This actually feels like cheating. So I decided to try this GPT-4o, the new model for image generation, and it wowed me. I've seen a lot of reviews, but I said, let me test it out for myself, given the fact that I create thumbnails and all that, and I make design tutorials. I came over to ChatGPT. I just gave it a simple prompt. I clicked on the dots here, and I used the create image, updated, visualize idea and concept. That was the one I used, and I said create a YouTube thumbnail about how good the latest model 4.0 is. That was just a prompt, and it came up with this. It came up with this thumbnail. How good is that? And mind you, the thumbnail in this video was designed completely by ChatGPT. I didn't do anything, just to write the prompts. This instantly feels like cheating. Yeah, it is. Look at how the texts are aligned. Just take a look at how it's aligned. It understood designing. Just look at how those boxes are aligned here. How this is aligned to the left. And you see the spacing. It got the details of designing correctly. I was wowed. So I decided to go further, and I said, okay, this is great, but I'm going for a more futuristic vibe and replace the character with a beautiful African American female dressed in blazing red Ankara. That's what I told it, because I like my models to be Africans. Yeah. So I have to represent my culture. And this is what it came up with. Yeah, how good is that? And what baffles me, look at how aligned this is. Just take a look at this. But something happened here. It omitted the is. How good for GPT-4o. So it omitted the is when it gave me the second design. So you have to get all your prompts ready and the first design for it to give you exactly what you're looking for. And I say make the design more futuristic in a 16:9 aspect ratio. And it came up with this. And it still omitted the is. But that's not a problem though. I want the text on the thumbnail to read how good is GPT-4o. And I went back and forth with ChatGPT. It was like, it seems there's an issue generating the updated thumbnail with the new text. Would you like me to? I went on and back and forth with it, but it wasn't responding. And I finally gave up and said, how do I ask you to create a proper thumbnail before you get it right? So this is where the fun part is. You can actually get ChatGPT to give you the prompts to create the thumbnail, and you can actually get it to do all the job. You don't know how to prompt, don't worry, ChatGPT got you covered. You can actually tell it to write the perfect prompt. ChatGPT itself would understand and create you what you're looking for. You might start with dialoguing with it. This is what I want to do with the thumbnail. This is how I want it to look. After the dialogue, it's going to give you the perfect prompts for you to use to create the thumbnail. So it now said to create a proper thumbnail, you can follow this structure when making your request. Here is how you can give me clear instructions. You see ChatGPT. It told me specify the type of background you'd like, text, describe the text you want to appear, image, character, all this, color scheme, if you want to specify color, mention those, vibe and theme, if you want a particular vibe and theme. After it gave me all this lecture, it went ahead and gave me an example. I want a futuristic thumbnail with a glowing blue background. The text, how good is ChatGPT, should be large and bold and white with a neon yellow highlight on the GPT-4o. On the right side, it went on and gave me all these prompts. I'll leave the link to this chat in the description box, so check it out. And what I did, I took this prompt it gave me. This whole prompt it gave me here. I took it out, I copied the whole prompt and went and started a new chat. Although I adjusted the prompt further and gave it a little bit of reference image, I screen grabbed a YouTube thumbnail on YouTube and gave it as reference image. I said I want a futuristic thumbnail with a glowing blend of blue, black, green and red background. Because I am a graphic designer, because I'm a designer, I know what to say. But ChatGPT can actually help you get how to specify what you want, right? The text, yeah, I told you what the text should be. The text should be positioned away from the border. As a graphic designer I am, it's important your text is away from the border for aesthetic purposes. On the side, a beautiful and confident African woman in gorgeous African print blouse with neatly braided hair, smiling confidently. So the aspect, I went for that because I didn't tell you what the aspect ratio should be in the other one. The aspect ratio should be 16:9 and should have ChatGPT logo. The design should feel high-tech and sleek. That is what I actually told ChatGPT. So it now created the image. How good is this? Please be the judge of this. You saw the thumbnail we used. This is the thumbnail we used. How good is this? If you're learning how to design, this is actually a good start. You can start with ChatGPT giving you better thumbnails. Or if you don't know how to design and you don't want to go through the hassle of thinking, breaking your head every time you want to get a thumbnail out, you can use ChatGPT. This is just too good to be true. So I'm going to start another chat and I'm going to do this with you. Let's do some ideation together. I'm just going to give it a basic prompt. So here's what I fed it. I said I want to make a thumbnail for this video title I'm making. Free unlimited text to audio generator, text to voice generator, AI tool. And I went for that to say, what do you think is the best approach for you to give me the perfect thumbnail? And I clicked on enter. So it came back and gave me, to create the perfect thumbnail for your video, here's what I suggest for a compelling approach. It now gave me all this suggestion: main focus, text to audio concept. It now gave me bold readable text, color scheme. It gave me everything: AI tech vibe, simplicity, and action oriented design. After it gave me all this, I loved what it gave me, and I said, would you like me to generate the thumbnail based on this concept for you? I'll go ahead and say yes. This is what it came up with, which is, if you look at the aspect ratio, it is square aspect ratio. So I'm going to tell it. So I told it the aspect ratio should be 16:9. I'm going to enter that. So this is what it created. For an AI tool, this is pretty perfect. See, it got all the text correctly, free unlimited, text to audio generator. Everything is on point. I'm going to see if I can just give it a reference image and see what it does with that. I just can grab the reference image from YouTube. And I said, work with this reference image to make this thumbnail more futuristic while maintaining the 16:9 aspect ratio. And I'm going to enter that. This is perfect. Some of the text were chopped off. So I'm going to say, align text properly. Typical with ChatGPT, once it generates a lot of images, it starts going haywire. So I'll come back and complete this process. But you get the point. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your thoughts are, and let me know if you're going to be trying this. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Do have a good one.